Hi, it's me, that one guy. Today's video is a product of boredom, and me asking if I like featured levels. The answer to that is it depends, but that's boring, so I played 15 levels. Now before I start, I did make two guidelines for this. 1. No demons. Mainly because I don't want to spend 3 years on this video and we already have enough discussion about them as is. 2. I'm judging this by my own tastes. What that means is I'm just going, do I like this or did I enjoy that? In other words, this video has opinions that I have. I'm also adding the fact that I'm judging the level, not the creator. I don't know these people. I'm just here to say if I think a level's good or not. And before any of you say anything, I did use practice mode. I know how GD works. Hey, Editor Kian here. Just quickly saying that this video is louder than the others. You've already heard some of it, so expect some mic peaking and the typical YouTuber voice. Alright, I've done my job, you can go back to the video now. With that, let's begin the video with comBATMAN. This is the only platformer level, and I'm disappointed to say I'm not into it. Now don't get me wrong, it isn't bad. I can see the effort put into it, and it does play well. But I'm playing Geometry Dash to play Geometry Dash, not Super Mario. As thus, I'm just not into these kinds of levels which practically make their own games. I also don't play platformer often for this reason, as most of the time is used for making games, instead of using the base game stuff. Don't confuse this for me saying this is bad. It's not, but it's just not something I'm into. Next up, Seriwollo Masenge. I have only one way to describe this level. It's furry bait. Sorry, by the way. Anyways, getting past that, the level is fine. The gameplay at times is wonky, looking at you, robot timings, but otherwise it's fine. The decoration is also good, I just don't particularly care for the style. Add on the song not being for me, and yeah, it's meh. Basic gist, I'm ambivalent. Quick minor flashing lights warning. They're not extreme, but skip to the next section or just listen along for safety. Nightmare King Aura disappointed me to say the least. The beginning is actually fine and I do like how it's done, but Jesus doesn't fall off a cliff. See, the main thing hindering it is how much more fun it is to watch than play. This is a more general problem because, well, camera abuse and effect abuse, which will come back, trust me, are very easy to do, especially on accident. So this is not exclusive to this level. As does, the gameplay is practically neutered, and it sucks as a result. The song also isn't my thing, which shouldn't surprise you because my taste in music is primarily Italo disco. And if you ask why, it's because I like good synthesizers. Overall, the level is okay, but I can't say it's good. Sorry, this level also has flashing lights, though a tad more extreme. So yet again, skip to the next section or listen along for safety. I actually like Beance. The gameplay is, you know, actually fun, and part of that is because the decoration wasn't obscuring it. Generally, it looks like a level that originates from GD, and to me, that's good. I don't know, it's probably that I've been exposed to so many levels that do so much with the art style, that it's just nice to go to a level that looks like the regular game. Coming back to the gameplay, because the decoration doesn't obscure it that much, the readability is much better, and as does, I'm able to actually enjoy it. Now don't get me wrong, the level isn't flawless. I certainly think it didn't need the jump indicators, which is a whole other can of worms, and the effects can be a tad intensive. Now yes, the effects don't bother me that much, but I can see a case for them being intrusive. So yeah, I'm giving this level the It's Good badge. Set free. I probably sounded bored out of my mind saying that. And there's a reason, for it's the fact that this level is boring as fuck. I have literally nothing to add. It is the most fine level in the world. There's gripes I have with it, like how the jump indicators tell me that this level is doing too much with its effects, or just how boring it is, but otherwise I got nothing. This is the kind of level you play while star grinding and probably forget about. Yet again, flashing lights warning. FNXD is the first level I dislike. The level is well made, yes, but I feel as if it was made for Nexus to showcase on this channel. And when I say that, what I mean is that the gameplay is an afterthought. This, yet again, is a level that can't appeal to me because I feel the gameplay has been sacrificed for flashy visuals. As thus, all you really do is click every so often. The decoration isn't really attached well with the gameplay, so it just adds to the afterthought feeling. Listen, just look at it. The gameplay is just kind of there. and you're practically being distracted by jingling keys. In essence, I'm not into these levels, and I prefer to stay away from them. Oh god, I'm gonna complain again. I don't like Hearts to You either. First things first, let's just get on with the biggest thing. Everything from 65% onwards is a goddamn end screen! Bist du verrückt? We have more of the level available, Gottverdammt! And again, it's another level that isn't for me! Und den Zug ist 5 Minuten später! Apologies. I want to be clear that the level isn't bad. I can see the effort, but I'm just not into it. At all. Entschuldigung, aber ich muss ernst sein. Moving on, with another flashing lights warning. Clingville. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I can. It's fine for what it is. I just can't get myself to care for it. It's well made, and I'm not annoyed with the jump indicators because I do see why they'd be used, but I'm not so sure the level desperately needed them. And it's sort of an indicator that the level itself might be over-decorated. Again though, this level is whatever. I surprisingly liked Copernicium. Now before I continue, there are flaws with it. But overall it's actually a neat idea. You end up going against a boss which then turns into that one Wario World fight, and then you end up choosing which one to kill. Anywho, I actually like the decoration. Though you know my complaint about the jump indicators already. And this is a case where I really don't see them as necessary. The gameplay is good though, I feel it would have been more satisfying without the indicators and more enjoyable as a result. So yeah, actually decent level. Diode Rush, yet again, is fine. We have had multiple levels where I'm just ambivalent and it's getting a tad repetitive. The drop also goes a tad fast and is a tad flashy, so I ended up reacting far later than I should have. I really don't have more to say on it other than that. It's a level. Now this is where the first recording ended, in which I then proceeded to take a break for 4 days, and then I returned. So let's just begin with patches. And we're beginning on a good note because I actually enjoyed this level. Reasons being, the gameplay isn't being obscured or hindered so I can enjoy it for what it is. The decoration is simple but it works, and hey listen, I'll take it over gameplay being neutered. And the only thing I'm not big on is the song, which takes a nosedive in the second half. But I'll let it slide. This level does its job. Hyper exists. Add one to the key and cannot care about a level counter because this is yet another level. Yet again, I see that it's well made, but it's essentially the equivalent of white noise to me. It just exists. I got nothing more aside from neat. Rushed Heat is a level. Yet again, I'm just incredibly ambivalent. I can't really say much since this is the equivalent of asking my thoughts on Stone. Like what? I'm ambivalent about Stone. I don't have strong feelings one way or the other. The song isn't my thing again, which I'm just gonna blame on my music taste. In conclusion, level's okay. It exists. Also another flashing lights warning. Stereo Madness. No wait, that's the wrong image. Stereo Madness sucks. Before I get into why I hate this level, let me just say one thing I do like about it. The bait and switch as a concept is actually a neat idea. I don't mind it in concept, especially since I enjoy other bait and switch stuff like Siva Gunner as an example. In execution though, I really do not like how it was done. The main thing is the fact that the level's effects are ridiculously intrusive. The camera's constantly moving and doing shit, there's the flashes, literal, and all the effect triggers. In fact, it's to such a degree that you're essentially being flashbanged in the fucking duel section. Because the effects are so intrusive, good luck trying to figure out what to do in the gameplay. Well okay, it isn't a memory level, but in terms of reading gameplay, you are processing one too many things at once and it just hinders it! The decoration is whatever, mainly because the effects are my primary issue with the level. This level is the reason why going for flashy visuals can be disastrous, and why you should be prioritizing something that is enjoyable to play, not something meant to be watched. It is the one level that genuinely pissed me off, and I'm leaving it at that. At least we're ending on a high note with Joyride, a level I actually enjoyed. First off, even if it's just primarily orbs, the gameplay is actually enjoyable, and that is because the decoration and effects aren't being intrusive. Speaking of, I like the decoration. It's simple and not that complex, but simple isn't bad. The level's base styles don't look that bad and it will die on that hill. The effects are also not that intrusive. Something helped by the camera not going all over the place, goddammit! And yeah, they're a little intensive, but you can still read the gameplay. The only real issue is the jump indicators, though I do see why they were employed because the effects are a tan intensive. Also, the song is good, though it's also known in these parts as greener bait. If you don't know what that means, then I feel you shouldn't be watching this video in the first place. That or you live underground. Hold on. Yes? What do you mean people live underground? Well anyways, I must now answer the title, to which you get... They're fine. Most of the levels I talked about today are fine, which isn't bad per se, but not exactly a level to remember. Do note though that this varies from level to level, which yes, is the obvious thing to say, but it really does matter. Plus remember, personal tastes impact your enjoyment of certain levels, so a level I hate you might like. In conclusion, I'm back at the intro again. It really does just depend. Wow, and I thought I needed to make a video on this. Well, anywho, hope you enjoyed me rambling my opinions for however long this video is, and see y'all next time. Now editor, roll outro!